VIjay. I've been really trying to practice your last two names, and out of respect to you, I think I'll just leave it at Rotarian CA VIjay, so that I don't butcher your names, but please welcome. And our speaker today was born on the 12th of July, 1969, and is a chartered accountant practicing for over 30 years in the field of direct taxes, appellate and fraud investigations. He appears to be a colleague from the same profession as me, with a BCom, LLB, LLM, FCA, MBA, CMA, and deep IFR from the UK. He was invited to train government supreme auditors of Afghanistan on fraud detection and risk management. He's authored a book called Limited Liability Partnerships, simplified through frequently asked questions. He's a prolific speaker, addressed various professional forums across the country and overseas. His professional and non-professional, including Rotary talks, are available to you on his YouTube channel, which is his names. His hobbies are traveling, networking, socializing, and reading. In Rotary, he was introduced to Rotary at the tender age of 11 when his father and mentor, the late Sri Narayan, joined as a charter member of RC Tain East in 1980 to 81. He was a charter president of a Rotaract Club of Bombay, Muland East in 1990 to 91, where he won Best New Club Award in that year. He joined Rotary in 2015, won Best Rotarian Award in the first 2 years of joining. Wow. He was the secretary and then president and is of Tain Harbour, and is currently a member of Tain Titans in Rotary District 3142. He's held various district chair positions over the years, and these include district treasurer, district international service chair, district friendship exchange chair, district inter-country committee chair. He completed his RLI graduation and FOT in 2016. He's widely traveled and has attended clubs physically from Jammu in the north to Kanyakumari in the south, and from Vadodara in the west and Kolkata in the east. Please, our international guests, please excuse me if I'm not pronouncing the names correctly. I apologize in advance. I'm trying my best. He has attended over 2,000 Zoom meetings internationally and has friends in over 20 countries across the Rotary world. You can please include our club and our country to your list, making it, I guess, 21. He's a member of 14 Rotary Fellowship groups and 2 Rotary Action groups. He's the director on Rotarians on the Internet, a Rotary Fellowship group from 2020 to 2023. He's an honorary member of 6 clubs in 6 districts and 5 countries, and a speaker at various Rotary forums and clubs locally and internationally. He is a new club advisor to a club in Odisha, and honored to be one of the few non-PDGs who was invited to address a district conference. He's pinned as an honorary member at the hands of President, past Rotary International President Kalyan Banerjee, and is a multiple Paul Harris Fellow and a Paul Harris Society member. There's somebody who needs not to mute. Could the person in charge please help me mute the other speaker? When it comes to his family, he has his mom was charter vice president of Inner Wheel Club of Thane East. His wife, Dr. Gayatri, is an MD in microbiology and has an MPhil and is working with a multinational company in a senior management position and is his backbone. He has a son who's studying law and is a Rotaractor and also a charter member of the Rotary Club of Thane Titans. His wife and son are both PHF, and also his late father was a PHF. In his social, he has various social and professional affiliations, including the National Treasury, tax practitioners, tax association, accountants of Australia and New Zealand, and various memberships where he's on different advisory boards. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it was with great honor that I introduce you to this prolific speaker, and I'm very impressed by his CV, and I hope to one day be able to say that my son and my daughters are also members of Rotary and PHFs. Thank you very much. Back to you, President.
Right. Thank you so much, PAG Nabifo. You have done justice with the introduction, and our guest speaker, VIjay, I would not like to waste any single minute. Please take the platform and address the meeting.
Thank you. Thank you very much, President Simon, for inviting me to your club, for giving a talk on an important topic, Internationality of Rotary. But before I start the talk, I would like to thank Rotarian Gilbert for having invited me. Gilbert and myself, we connected on the Rotary group of the new club, Rotary Club of Nagodra, which is in formation. And thank you very much, PAG Nabifo, for the wonderful introduction. And I could very well understand the stress that you had while pronouncing the Indian names. But yes, you pronounce all the names very correctly. And thank you for giving me this great introduction. And for your information, PAG Nabifo, I am already an honorary member of Rotary Club of Sonde, which is in your country. So your country is one of the 20 countries already listed in my friend list. I would also like to thank all the people who have accompanied me, right from Jamaica to my district in India, to Malaysia, to the US. Many have come. I am not naming everybody. Thanks, everybody. Friends, now why this topic of internationality of Rotary? We are in Rotary, we get trainings, we attend training programs, we are taught what is Rotary, why Rotary and all that. So let us start with some technicalities, with some introduction of Rotary, and then I will go to the main topic of internationality, how Rotary moved to internationality. Rotary, as we all know, was the brainchild of one person, attorney Paul Harris. When he was moving on the road with a few of his friends, he saw a local trader and he asked one of his friends, why can't we interact and form a fellowship group so that we can help each other? And that is how the idea of Rotary came in. And then, as we all know, on the 23rd of February 1905, a meeting was held in room number 711 in the Unity building in downtown Chicago. That was the office of Loher, Gustavus Loher, where 4 members who met for the first time forming what is known as the Rotary Club of Chicago. That was the start of Rotary under the presidency of Sylvester Shield. Although Paul Harris is the founder, but he became a Rotary president only as late as 1910. Rotary started moving around in other cities of the US, other states of the US, and then it was called as the American National Association of Rotarians. Somewhere around 1911, there was a club formed in Canada, which started the Internationality of Rotary. It started the Internationality of Rotary. And the first major club to be found outside of the US was the Rotary Club of England, which was formed in August 1912 in Greater England. That was the first club to be formed in Europe. Although the first meeting that was held of a club in Europe was the Rotary Club of Dublin in 1911, but the first club to charter was the Rotary Club of London in 1912. That is when the voyage started in 1912. That's why after that, the National Association of Rotary Clubs was christened to International Associations of Rotary Clubs. And then it started spreading across the globe. More than 50 clubs were formed across the globe, right from Europe to Asia in the next period of 8 to 10 years. And in 1922 is the year when Rotary International in the Edinburgh Convention, which was the first convention held outside of the US, got the name Rotary International. So this is how Rotary International came into being. As far as Africa goes, the first club in Africa was the Rotary Club of Johannesburg, which was formed in 2019. I recently attended their centenary, 2020. I recently attended their centenary meeting, centenary program also, the Rotary Club of Johannesburg. And then 8 years later, there was a club in Kenya. The first club in Uganda was formed in 1957. In fact, Africa gave the first president to Rotary International in 2013-14, who was Jonathan Agbe. He was the first president that was given by Africa. Unfortunately, Sam Oworie, who was designated to be the president-elect in 2018-19, could not take up the position because of his unfortunate demise in July 2017. Otherwise, he would have been the first president from Uganda. And Uganda had the opportunity of giving a Rotary International president nominee. So this is how we can say is the internationality of Rotary. Now we move ahead to understand how it has helped. We have understood how Rotary went international, how it grew. Now, what has that done? What changes have that brought? Friends, as I told you in the beginning, the first meeting was a fellowship meeting. Rotary started to encourage fellowships amongst members, friendship, networking amongst members. But slowly, Rotary started doing service activities also. And in 1917, the then Rotary International president, our club started the Rotary Foundation by donating $26.54. The Rotary Foundation was formally named as Rotary Foundation in 1928. And then on, we know how the Rotary Foundation has worked. We have all donated towards the Rotary Foundation. The major contribution of Rotary Foundation is the polio eradication. As we all know, Rotary has played a major role. But it all started again with Rotary Club of Manila, which was the first club of Asia, which was formed in 1919. It was the first club formed in Asia. Rotary Club of Manila took an initiative to eradicate polio, which was again taken up by their district and then by Rotary. And again, that was further taken up by the UN and UNESCO, and it was well supported by, we all know, well supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And today, except in 2 countries, there is no polio case. In fact, now you can see that only in one country, polio case has been reported in the last year, although there were some reports of polio resurging in US and some other countries, but there are no official confirmations. So Rotary polio has remained in this. And then Rotary Foundation, by spending over 4 to 6 billion rupees since the formation, has helped the worldwide countries in developing countries, underdeveloped nations like the African region. Initially, India was also underdeveloped and developing when we needed the money. So we wanted projects, we had the need, but we did not have the money. So where did the money come from? The Western countries, which donated heavily to Rotary Foundation, and Rotary Foundation through global grants and other grants have supported developed countries. Lots of projects are going on in Uganda. My friend Shannon is here from Rotary Club of Huntington Beach in USA. Her club is doing a joint project along with Kampala Gwarimpa Club in Uganda. There are so many other clubs. Our club Sonde has started Bukerere, a maternity home. Again, they have joined with for a global grant. So money is coming in. Malaria project was discussed. Malaria Rotary has donated a lot. So this is how the internationality of Rotary helps. And the main thing, again, as my biodata said, you get to connect a lot of people, and there came the Corona period, which helped everybody to connect. Otherwise, a person like me who doesn't, mean I do travel across the globe, but when you travel physically, you have a limitation. You cannot go across the globe. But during the Corona period, we had opportunity to go across the globe on Zoom, meet different people, and maybe support them. There may be small things we can support. There may be big things. I was able to connect for global grants. I was able to help them with speakers. I was able to help them with other things, publicity and all that, PR. That's how you got connected. And today my biodata reads that I have got friends in 20 countries. The friends in 20 countries not only mean just friends. Today, friends, if I just move on to the country, I would be taken care from airport to airport, including pickup, drop and stay and hospitality. Everything would be taken care of. This is the friendship that I have earned, and just believe me, it is just by attending Zoom meetings and making friends. And there are many friends which you cannot forget. As somebody says, Rotarians are friends, not strangers, but friends we are yet to meet. And believe me, I have experienced it that there was a case recently, just last month in my district. One of my district president's daughter was traveling to the US. Her passport and money was stolen at the UK Heathrow airport. She contacted her dad, who contacted us through the district governor. I connected to one of the PDGs in UK, who is a good friend of mine. Immediately, the people went there. She was taken care of. Her duplicate passport was applied. She was taken out of the airport. Her 15-day stay arrangement was made till the time she gets a duplicate passport, and she was able to travel back to the US. This is the power of Rotary. So in Rotary, nobody thinks, I don't know this guy. Why should I go and help them out? Once somebody gets to know that somebody is in problem, the Rotarians are the first one to reach. If you have a problem in your family, unfortunately, if you face a problem in family, you will note that the Rotarians, your family and your friends will reach later, but the Rotarians will be the first one to reach you. And this not only happens in your district or your club or in your vicinity or your locality, but worldwide. There are many such cases. One of our districts, another case I would like to inform you is, there was a person who had gone to Singapore with his family to travel, and he had a heart attack. His family contacted their club president in India, who contacted the district governor. The district governor contacted the concerned district governor in Singapore. Immediately, he was taken care. They crowdfunded the money, put him in an air ambulance, and he was brought to India. This is how Rotary helps. That time, nobody thinks, I don't know that person. Why should I go and help him? Why should I spend for him? This is the internationality of Rotary. This is how Rotary connects everybody. Rotary, as rightly, one of the theme was Rotary connects the world. Today, we feel like we know each other. Once I meet somebody, it feels like we know each other. You don't feel like I don't know this person, I'm different person. We are all Rotarians, we are all brothers and sisters. We work together and we work for the same cause. Today, I can very proudly say that I am joined by my friends from at least 6 countries now, apart from Uganda. This is the love and affection that I am getting. This is the internationality of Rotary. Yes, this will continue and Rotary will continue to grow. That's a small presentation from me, friends. Thank you very much. I am open for questions. Please, thanks. Thank you, President, once again, and thank you, Gilbert, for giving me the opportunity to present my views.
All right. Thank you so much, Rotarian VJ. It was good hearing from you and hearing you speak. It was like you should have continued to speak and speak. But we understand from your experience, you have learned how to communicate little but more meaningfully. So at this point, I'm sure there are people, the members present here, are looking forward to asking you to share some key things that they feel that yes, Desmond, thank you very much. If the rest can do the same, there's already a hand clap for you by Desmond. If the rest can find that icon and clap as well. PE, you don't need to mute, you just look for that clapping. Shannon, thank you. Make, I will hand over to you to take us, use the next 9 minutes to conduct the question and answer session so that members express, either ask or just react. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President. And thank you very much, our guest speaker. What a wealth of experience that you have. Indeed, Rotary connects the world, and we are glad that we've got to know you. Friends, this is going to be quick since we only have 9 minutes. So I'll be picking questions from the chat, or you can raise your hand and ask our guest speaker. I saw past President Evelyn, I think, was it? Someone was raising the hand. So you can raise your hand if you have a question, or you can put the question in the chat, then we can pass it on to the guest speaker. Thank you very much.
President, can I attempt to make my comment?
Yes, go ahead.
The network may be a bit disturbing, but my simple question, I just want to find out what has been the experience from our guest speaker for the Rotarian, especially the younger team joining Rotary in that district. The Rotaractors, I mean, who are joining Rotary at that level. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good question. With Rotary being worried about the membership issues, and we have seen that our membership was stagnant to 1.2 million for quite a long period now. And then Rotary started allowing Rotaractors and youngsters to join us. I would like to just share the experience of my club. The current club, it was formed just last year, 12 months back. We just had the first charter day on the 31st. We have 8 Rotaractors in the club. And I tell you, the way they are working, the only thing is you have to get them involved. We should not have an ego that they are children, they are youth, what would they do? We have given them responsibilities. The Rotaractors are handling the youth avenue, the Rotaractors are handling the PIPR, the Rotaractors are handling the membership. And the way they are connecting to people, because in social media they are active. You have to give them their roles and responsibilities. But yes, there is one problem about the fees and the financials that you have to take care. What we have done is we only charge the due that we have to pay to the road tractors. We don't charge them the full fees. We give them the concessional rate so that the club doesn't bear any money on their behalf. So the dues that you have to pay, the RI dues as well as the district dues and the magazine dues, that is what we charge the road tractors, and we give them the facility, but we encourage them to come and work. 2-3 more road tractors are willing to join our club because these youngsters, they are willing to take it over. And the only thing is that you have to give them responsibility. Just getting youngsters because they are allowed and then keeping them aside, "Arey, you are children, what do you know? You don't know about anything." That creates a problem. You have to have trust in them, give them responsibility and be their guide and advisors, and you see the magic how they are working. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our guest speaker. I saw another question in the chat, and Connie Magomo of RC Sunday is asking, are there times when Rotarians have been taken advantage of by wrong people who could claim to be Rotarians when all they want is help? How can this be avoided? To you, guest speaker.
Yes, President Connie, thanks for accompanying me. She is my club president also. And it is a very important and pertinent question, because when people see that Rotary supports in different ways, then people try to misuse. They often try to connect you for support. Many a times what happens is the same set of people, they will approach 10 different NGOs also. And they try to extract money from everybody, some money from here, some money from there. That's their habit that they have. So you have to be alert. Even Rotary says that you have to do a study, survey, the need survey. You have to do all that need survey and all that. Before need-based assessment has to be there before somebody comes to you, and before you go into with them and support them, you have to make the assessment study, you have to make the survey, connect to them, try to see whether what the need is actual or it's just made up. And then it takes time, maybe 1 or 2 times it may so happen that you get cheated and all that. But if you are a bit more alert, go with them, try to understand their need, try to understand the beneficiaries, try to make a community assessment, the needs-based survey, as Rotary has said in various trainings. I think this can be avoided. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our guest speaker. Friends, I'm still passing on the questions to our dear guest speaker this evening. Feel free to raise your hand and ask him direct, or you can send it as a question in the chat. Thank you. Rotarian Julius, are you raising your hand? Do you want to ask our guest speaker something? You saw as if your hand was up. I see another question in the chat from Shannon Blair. Is asking what resources on the RI website are available to the authenticate information.
Shannon, can you clarify what information you wish to authenticate? Because this question is not so very clear.
Sure. It was a little bit of a rhetorical question for you and myself, VIjay, because you know my story of how we were connected to the Rotary Club of Kampala Kawempe. I went to the Rotary International website just to verify that there actually was a Rotary Club of Kampala Kawempe. So I was just, and that's all that I needed at the time because of the discourse that I had with the then incoming president of that club. But I was just wondering if there were quick and easy ways for Rotarians to use the Rotary International website resources to perhaps verify information to make sure that they feel comfortable continuing a conversation or a discourse with a potential group that is requesting support.
See, you can check a lot of things. There is a space called as Rotary Showcase. If a club is in need of projects support, they can put in their projects over there. Then there we have a global grants website. The data is put up over there, which puts all the information relating to the project, the club, and everything. So you can verify data from that. Yes, how to go about the procedures and all, you always have the learning center, which is ocean of knowledge. And if I would recommend everybody to go to learning center to learn more and more about Rotary. But yes, if you are trying to join even clubs who need looking for global grants partner for their projects, they have to just put it up on the Rotary Showcase or the Rotary Global Grants page. And nowadays in USA, SHAB is holding every month a meeting to connect global grants partners. Even those meetings you can connect and get the partners and know the authentication about that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. President, do we still have time for more questions?
Oh yeah,
Given me 9 minutes.
You can give one chance, that is 1 minute to Rotarian Charles, who's our incoming club.
Charles, your hand is up. Please go ahead and ask our guest speaker.
One chance, 1 minute.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Go ahead and
Hello.
ask. We can hear you. Go ahead and ask your question, Charles.
Thank you, Rotarian President. And thank you, our dear guest, for the good topic of the Internationality of Rotary. I want to ask something, maybe to give us some light on something, and that is, there's been a program which is the Rotary Youth Exchange and then the Rotary Friendship Exchange. In some years back, this has been a good program in trying to make exchange visits where you could have Rotarians or Rotaractors from one continent visiting another continent to learn a few things about Rotary, about the culture. I just want you to maybe give some clarification. Is that program still active? Because of recent, I don't hear much about it, and maybe some youth or Rotarians visit purposely for such exchanges. Thank you. This is Rotarian Charles Musaba.
Thank you, Rotarian Charles. The Rotary Youth Exchange and the Rotary Friendship Exchange, they are very much active. 2 years because of Corona, there were no physical exchanges, but they were held through Zoom. But yes, this year there have been physical exchanges. Even our district has hosted some youth exchange students. Youth exchange is one way where the children get to go from one country to another. They stay with their foster parents, that is the adopted parents, and they are nobody else but the Rotarians in the welcoming host degree districts. They stay with them in place of their children who might have gone out to the other districts. As their children, they try to understand their culture, their nature, apart from studies. So their studies are also not affected. It is ensured that they are given admissions to the educational institution, whereas they are still taken care of as the child. So the parents also get to know of the different culture from where the students are coming, and the students get to understand the culture of that country, of that area, and they try to mingle with their foster parents. Similarly, when their children have gone out, they also study and come back, and then these families, they connect maybe for life. I have seen families connecting for life, and it helps create. Friendship exchange again is another this thing, a good initiative where short-term tours are going from 15 days to 1 month to visit other countries, and then it's sort of a cultural exchange. You move around, you are taken around in my country. Supposing a team from Uganda is coming to my country, they are taken around in my country. They are made to see tourist places. They are made to meet Rotarians. They are made to see cultural programs are hosted in their honor. They are made to attend Rotary Club meetings. This way you try and understand the culture. Yes, they are very much on from this year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our dear speaker this evening. I think that marks the end of our questions. I feel honored to have conducted this. Wishing you a good evening and good morning to those in the US. Back to you, President.
Thank you, our incoming PR director, Make, the man who can take you to see porcupines or something, those things. What is that, Make, that you take people to see?
We majorly take people to see gorillas, since we are lucky that Uganda still has gorillas. Actually, more than 50% of the world's remaining gorillas are in Uganda. And then I'm also doing a conservation of cycads, a plant that is believed to have outlived the era of the dinosaurs. And that particular plant is found in my village in the gorge. Thank you, President.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And our dear guests, Rotarians, fellow APs present on call this evening. I wouldn't want to keep you here for long. So I would like to invite one of my seniors. He was, I think, the third president of the Rotary Club of Mbale Metropolitan, Henry, to do for us a vote of thanks.
Oh, thank you very much, President, for the honor. And may I request all of us to unmute for a second and give a round of applause to our guest speaker for his very special talk. Just 1 second. Thank you, members. Thank you, members. In a special way, if VIjay was in Mbale, there's a special way we would have granted you that thanks, would have given you the appreciation in a different way. Nonetheless, we shall keep this. This seems to be the beginning of our partnership with you and all our international guests. We shall reserve that applause for you until that day when you will come to Uganda and Mbale Metropolitan in particular, and give it over to you. So for now, we are giving you that. Otherwise, we are grateful for the way you have dissected the Rotary from US to, which was the origin, to Canada, to India, to Uganda, and to Mbale Metropolitan in particular. We are really honored and grateful for the way you have brought it up. I want to thank all the international guests and Rotarians who joined us this evening. Please, this is the beginning of the partnership we have always wanted to have. We shall keep you on our record. We shall talk to you. We shall connect so that we take Rotary to a higher level. Once again, VIjay, thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and I shall always be available for any support. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, PP Henry. And for the recognition of clubs present and Sergeant at Arms, I would like to invite Gilbert back to the podium to do that. Gilbert, please take some 3 minutes and recognize our guests and clubs present. I'll do some of it personally that I've noted.
Thank you so much, President. President, I'm not as good as PA before in pronouncing those names. So I would request that we give opportunity to visiting Rotarians to do self-introduction and also tell us their clubs and districts. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll start from the team from the US, 2 of them, Shannon and Taro, please. 30 seconds each, unmute and tell people your name and your club. These guys are afraid of spoiling the names.
I'm happy to defer to Carol. Please go ahead, Carol. Oh, maybe not.
Hi,
Okay, I'll start. Oh, please.
Good afternoon from Georgia. My club is Rotary Club of Stone Mountain, Georgia. I have been a member for the past maybe about 3 years, but prior to that, for 13, 14 years, I was a member of the Rotary Club of La Amiga in St. Kitts, little known island in the Caribbean. I am presently the Director of Service Projects. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me, VIjay.
You're welcome, Carol.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Shannon Bloss Blair, and I'm a member, a 15-year member of the Rotary Club of Huntington Beach in California. Huntington Beach is very close to where Disneyland is in California, in Southern California. I'm currently the International Service Chair for my club, and also on the US-India ICC committee for my district. And let's see, my club is fairly small, only about 36 members at this time. We decided to take on partnering and sponsoring a project in Kampala Kawempe, the capital city. And it is 3 years old, 3 years running now. We've started our 4th group of about 50 young mothers getting vocational training and just general support from a community that used to be more less kind and less supportive of these young mothers, and it's getting lots of attention at the district level, and they've now begun their work designing their global grant application, and my club has already signed on to be their primary sponsor in the US.
Thank you. I have seen President Specioza, the president of the newest club in Mbale, Rotary Club of Elgon Maisha. Thank you for coming. Sunil, I hope I've pronounced your name. Let me give the
Yeah, I'm Sunil Sari. I'm from the Speakers Club, and Mr. VIjay Kewalramani is a very popular and prominent professional in our district, and he's our mentor, guide, and with his guidance and inspiration, and he's always motivating. That has helped me both personally, professionally, and also in Rotary. Now currently, with his guidance, I'll be starting education, computer education free for around 10 students in the morning and 10 in the evening. For that, I will be using my office space, and all computers will be procured on behalf of my company. And this initiative we are planning to start from 1st of May. So there's a lot of guidance and help from Mr. VIjay Kewalramani. He's our mentor and speaker. So thanks a lot. And he's internationally renowned speaker and very good human being. So always feeling blessed in his company and looking to progress more. Thanks a lot. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Sunil. Professor Kumar. Professor, are you still there? Professor, I saw you.
He was the PDG of a district in India. He left now. PDG
Okay.
Santanu.
Okay. Ali, District 3271. Ali.
Rotractor Shafkat.
Ali, we can hardly hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, please.
Yeah. This is Rotractor Shafkat Ali, past president, Rotary Club of Hyderabad Falcon, RID 3271 Pakistan. I'm much grateful to Sir VIjay for inviting me for the session. And it's always very learningful to hear Sir VIjay. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Henrietta Accra, PP Henrietta.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is PP Henrietta from the Rotary Club of Accra, Kanda. And I am a past president, as it says, PP, and I'm also the vice president for the year. So I just came to fellowship with you. And thanks so much for the presentation. It was an excellent presentation. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. And I have my friends, AP Simon from Soroti Central, and I have Connie Magomo from Rotary Club of Sunday. Please, Simon, one word to the members. AP Simon, then Connie, one word, just like that, and then we wrap this up. We wrap it up in style. AP Simon, if you can.
Hello, thank you so much, President. It's been a nice fellowship. I was very interested, really, listening to visiting Rotarians, Rotractors, especially a Rotarian from California. We are also having a project that we are doing on telemedicine with a hospital here in Soroti with the partners from California. So I'm sure one time we will link up together as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, AP Simon, for visiting us. Please, I encourage members to visit AP Simon in Soroti and see the project as well. Connie, the famous lady. Connie represent the mighty RC Sunday.
AP Connie.
Connie, you put a coat on the chair. Okay. Who else have we talked about?
We have Emmanuel from Rotary Club of Sunday. I think I just saw him a few minutes.
Yes, I saw Emma as well. I saw.
Yeah, he's here. Yeah, he's here. Emma, you can speak up.
Thank you so much. My name is Emmanuel Maka from RC Sunday, and I am working in the docket of PR and club admin. I am the incoming club admin chair for the next Rotary year, and I'm glad to be here to escort my club member, VIjay, and I'm glad that he did justice to the topic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Connie,
many of the Sunday models, I think, have worked out. There are many other engagements that we're trying to prepare for.
One model is here. One model is here, and you can't overlook her. That is Connie. She's back. Connie,
maybe she must be engaged.
In half a minute.
My present, yes, my present is here. I can. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm on the road actually traveling to Mbale, so the network has been on and off. But allow me to say it's been a very wonderful meeting. Thank you very much, VIjay, the model, for sharing with us this very important topic about being international citizens. We are very, very grateful. And thanks a lot, Team Mbale. Glad to be here. We've learned a lot. Bless you all. Have a great Easter holiday. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. You're coming for the Easter holiday, I believe. I know you're going to give us an invite to come and spend some evening around your home.
Thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to stay here longer. I think I have almost done the work of the Sergeant at Arms. Maybe the other club that I haven't recognized is the Uptowners. They came. So I would, at this point, invite Charles, Rotarian Charles, give us the final toast.
Hello, thank you, President, for whatever we have had in this fellowship and for the good talks by our international guests. May we give it to Rotary International.
Rotary
World
World
over.
Rotary world over.
Rotary world over. Evening, friends, and good morning, those in the US.
Rotary International.
All right, Bonnie Mark, informally, you can tell us about Maisha's installation. I forgot you, but informally, as some members are still hanging on. Bonnie Mark represents Peshoza.
President Simon, good to be here for this wonderful fellowship.
Thank you so much.
From the Elgon Maisha, the Maisha Lab is here. We got our charter yesterday, and we shall be having a charter celebration on May 12th at Coatesview Hotel, where Mr. Bua is actually rightly seated right now. And so it will begin at 5:30 until dawn. So just make sure everything is up to date. Sharpen up everything and ensure that you carry along with you. Our tickets are available at 50,000. So this ticket only admits one person. It's available. We shall have a ticket at Metropolitan. We shall have a ticket at Miss Telecom. And some of the members will be going around with the tickets as well. The tickets will also be available for those within Kampala Maisha, our mother club. We'll also be having tickets available for sale there. So we invite as many people as possible to come for the eventful evening at the Maisha Lab. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
When you say 5:30 until dawn, you really mean that?
I literally mean we shall dance throughout the night until morning.
That sounds like my kind of party.
That sounds very Jamaican. I love it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, we'll have a blend of international feel as well. So you are welcome.
Oh, Bondi, you may think of, please think of consider having a Zoom video to stream live to our partner, our international friends.
Absolutely.
I remember we did it during COVID, we were streaming live.
President, I think after Mbale, then we should be heading to Katakwi, where we shall also be having a charter night for the Rotary Club of Katakwi. It will be on the 19th. So you will all yes.
The celebrations.
The following weekend. Think good.
Yes. Me, I'm not happy because my wife to be is one of the charter members, but we decided to put on a day just next to our introduction.
Rotarian Gilbert, I apologize on behalf of the committee. I don't sit in the charter preparation committee, but I will send you apology. I know the charter member, Mary, will be missed on that very day, but we shall be in a good number for the wedding.
Thank you.
All right, members, departure is at will. We are literally done here, so you can depart at will. Members of Metropolitan, I will be attending this charter celebration.